Bring me everyone.
Nigga, what you say?
What do you mean everyone?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Welcome. Good evening. And good evening to all that's here and that will catch hopefully replay of this stream. I am Chaos Rain here, or I should say this welcome to the Chaos Rain show. What's good, Amiri? What's good, Snowman? And what's good, Minister O with the info? Yep. My other brother from Chicago doing his thing. Keep doing your thing, Mr. O. It's gonna work well at the end. I like to say. The links to follow me for today's stream are the following, and they're all posted up in the chat room and also the description. I'm doing something a little different here. I'm posting it now so I don't have to go and double back as the show concludes. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can also add me a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. And also you could follow me on Rumble. And one thing I will do a Rumble, I'm gonna do more extremer content on Rumble. So if you want to get some content, some raw actual content, Rumble will be the place to be for a lot of content. Personally, so follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. Also, join Discord service of the Chaos Rain Show as well. I also put that in the chat room as well. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. You know, membership has its perks, etc., etc., etc. I'm just looking at my feed right now. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So, you know, those are all my social media links. So don't be scared. You know, follow me and, you know, give me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel like always. Okay, I'm just going through some. I'm looking at some things right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, I ain't ready for that. All right. So we all know what y'all guys came here for. And I got to check, make sure all my notifications are sent. And it looks like I sound good on my end because no one's really complaining right now from what I'm hearing. Do I sound clear? Do I sound loud? Let me know in the chat room. Oh, and also Super Chat is enabled and Cash App as well for your support. As you know, there will not be no floating ads for this stream. And the reason why, because it's one of them streams that, in my opinion, we saw it coming, but we have to call it out as we see it. Personally. And I'm not going to hold no shades, personally. Because what I've learned. Wait, what's going on here? Hold on a second, guys. I got a message. Oh, well, um, hold on. All right. I just gotta send one message. There we go. There we go. So this stream is gonna be really not friendly. It's not gonna be comfortable. I don't think it's gonna be comfortable to a lot of people that have virgin ears, personally. But we have to keep it real to what is being seen and what's being displayed, because you know the saying goes. And if I can find my soundbite, particularly, oh, here it is. Well, I've noticed. Do I have it? Hold on. You know how it goes, guys. This is what we find in a lot of Western modern women today.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
No, not even close. But really, truly, the title speaks for itself. As you know, it says B. Taylor versus the Queenmaker. And you know, I've done many streams of these verses, and I think this should be a normal trend for me over in the Chaos Rain show personally. And the reason why I say that, because to be honest with you, I think verses makes more sense than anything else. As you look through the catalog of most content I've done, it's all depicted on verses, you know, to my knowledge, you know. So let me see. No further ado, guys. We could probably begin this, and I'm going to skim you through a lot of stuff, and I'm going to flip between how we're doing on the likes and stuff, and it should be easy. Roughly, it should be easy. And I don't know what this is. Someone that came up. All right. So no further ado, guys. Let's look at this. Speed Taylor versus the Queenmaker herself. And let's keep it real. I'm at the point in, like many content creators or just in general, that if you are a person, a woman especially, I'm not going to talk for them. I'm going to talk to you ladies. If you take a lot of these female content creators really seriously in the 21st century, in regards to how you should move and how you should conduct yourself in life, you're set yourself up for disaster, unfortunately. Now, one of these ladies that you know that does content or do this for a living, or even are in the field of journalism or broadcasting, their lives are really, to be honest with you, really jacked up. It is so messed up to the point that you'll find characters like the lady in the thumbnail. And matter of fact, maybe y'all should see it better than I say it. Let me see if I got the thumbnail. Let me pull it up. Oh, I don't have. Oh, damn, I forgot. I'll find it, guys. Hold on. Let me find a thumbnail. It might not be here because I think I switched devices. All right, I can't put it here because I switched devices. So, but you get the point, guys. The thumbnail speaks for itself. So no further ado, let's look into this with commentary. Unfortunately, with commentary, and y'all not gonna like my own honest opinion. Let's go. Let's start this. The fair use and all that. Da.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm looking at something. I'm just saying, oh my gosh. This sounds like normal sounds for me. And P snaps on me. She's like, stop. She just like yells at me out of nowhere. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, and she just like yelling, like, and I was like, I didn't know how to react to that because I didn't see that side of her where she just yelled at me like to the top of her lungs about like, goddamn, like, turn it off, shit. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, put your seatbelt on. So I put my seatbelt on because I'm like, okay, I'm in the car with her on the passenger side.
Now, for those that's not knowing what's going on, and I had to skim through this. This is a very lengthy video itself. I think the video is approaching over 3 hours. We're not going through all 3 hours. I skimmed through a good portion of it and hope we get to more of the more important issues that not only led to this, but really what really is going on in regards when you sit there and you, if you're a woman, worship, and I'm saying worship nicely, other women that makes their constant daily dose of bread, saying they're going at men, particularly Western modern men, or we could say go at what they call manosphere men. And to come find out the same person that you worship as doing the exact same thing with the men doing or allegedly doing to women. Well, you'll know more as we go through this. And let's keep in mind, there was a brief data study that talks about people that are engaged in same-sex relationships, right? Especially when the woman's side, and it has been proven that it gets even more violent when it comes to the ladies on the opposite side when it comes to relationships. And we never know why is that the case that it gets violent in regards to ladies when they're in relationships. And the answer is simple, because there is, and this is just me, guys, there is no form of accountability. There is no form of actual protection. And when I mean protection, what you as women, let's say you're heterosexual or you're bisexual or these weirdo terms. And in my opinion, you can't be bi, you gotta be one way or the other, but we're not gonna go there. What sense it makes for you to think that if this was the opposite sex, you probably have no problem in regards to getting your just due or a sense of protection, roughly. But when it's in the same sex, there is no police on the average knocking on the door trying to protect you when you're a woman, she's a woman. You both could hash it out, argue, or fight it out, and that's the end of the story. Because remember, if y'all know this well, when it comes to law enforcement here in this country, the whole intention, and I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I gotta do this. They're more end game is to really, when it comes to any area or any household, their whole intention is roughly is to either what do you call expunge the problem, or they're gonna start locking up people. And roughly the person they will lock up the most is they come in and try to find the man. And in regards to this relationship you see here, there is no man, there's only the same sex. So what do you think they're gonna do about it? They can't do nothing about it. And then they're gonna refuse to do anything about it, roughly, because they look at it and say, my hands are folded. I can't do nothing about it because my whole essence and training and what I do is to really lock up a man. Now, women do get locked up. Don't be wrong about it on certain circumstances. But when the law enforcement is being called, their whole intention is, I gotta go find the man to really handle and extinguish the problem. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna keep going forward with this because this is a long stream, and I want to go forward. Oh, and here my good friend Mr. Brown said right here, lesbian couples have the highest rate of IPV. Let that sink in. Let's continue. Fair use.
I get real silent, and I just sit there like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. She see I'm quiet. I'm literally about to shed a tear because it just took me off guard that she yelled at me like that. And then she goes to say, are you mad at me? And I said, yeah, I am. I actually want to go home. And she was like, I mean, I understand that, but I get irritated with noise easily. Like overstimulation with noise irritates me and it makes me freak out. So I end up looking on the phone and seeing that she has a noise sensitivity. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just trying to self-diagnose her, and she apologizes, which was surprising because she don't barely apologize for nothing. So she kind of like apologized, but it was more so like making an excuse to the why she was yelled and snapped on me like that. And I just, okay, maybe it's misophonia. Maybe she's diagnosed with misophonia. You know, I do now know that P is on the spectrum, has to be, because of how she reacts to things. Little did I know that wasn't going to be the last time that she was going to snap on me. Now, a lot of y'all know that we went out of town to Dallas. We went to Dallas, and on the way, a lot of y'all saw how we took a road trip and how she was talking to me. You know, it was like, you know, I wanted to use the bathroom at Chick-fil-A, but she wanted to go to the gas station. She was like, no, you're going to go use the bathroom at the gas station. I said, I've never used the bathroom at no gas station. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel comfortable going to Chick-fil-A. That's just what I feel comfortable with. She passes up Chick-fil-A. She's right there. She could have just turned, but she passed it up and said, no, you're going to use the gas station bathroom. And her excuse was, I'm a woman too. I could use the bathroom as well. How can you fight somebody on that? You used to date men. A man would have turned to Chick-fil-A. A man would have took me to Chick-fil-A. She took me to the gas station. Somebody, if the bathrooms are clean, I didn't want to use that. You could at least respect it.
Now, mind you, I remember one time Miss Clark said it best, that she does not go to therapy, much as she don't think therapy is useful. And I can go as far as she might, if she hasn't really said this on her own channel, I will go in and add and imply.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just, let me see. My things working. Okay, it's good. Yeah, they play victims. Like really serious victims. But let's keep playing. And I muted earlier, so if y'all didn't hear what I said, I was saying earlier that a lot of modern Western women plays the victim role too much, and in their mind that someone's always doing them something, to the point that, you know, they're exempt to what they contribute to the cause of most of the problems. Victimization, or what we want to call it, this is something that should be self-reflecting, and always has to be a reflection where what I've done to cause the outcome. Because not everything happens by coincidence, or, you know, it's by chance. There's always, the old saying goes, cause and effect. Let's keep playing.
Then when we in there, she's like, and make sure you don't drink nothing either because I don't got time to be stopping at all these bathroom stops. I'm like, oh, okay, like, can I get a Starbucks drink? And she was like, no, because I'm not stopping until we get to Buc-ee's, and that's in like 2 hours. But so I didn't even get nothing to drink. I just got a snack. We get in the car, we drive. Next thing you know, I'm taking a nap. We're stopping because she has to use the bathroom, and I'm looking at her like, so you could stop to use the bathroom for yourself, but you told me that I can't get a drink because you don't have time to be making all these stops. So I felt like that was inconsiderate and selfish. She gets back in the car. We go, we get to Buc-ee's, we eat, whatever. We drive again. She stopped. Anytime we kept stopping, it was because she had to use the bathroom. So when we was telling a story in Dallas about, we was in the car kind of like joking about it at this point, about her not going to Chick-fil-A. And she accidentally took a sip of one of my drinks and was like, oh, why is your drink in the front? Like, the cup holders, my drink is in the front, her drink is behind me. But she got mad that my drink was in the front. And she was like, well, why is your drink in the front like that? And da-da-da-da. And kind of was like fussing at me. And I don't know if any of y'all believe that. Any of y'all saw that. Y'all saw it, but the live is deleted. Because I told her it's not, people started to tell you were being mean to me. Like,
And right there, it lets you know saying that behavior. Now, I'm not sure if this behavior women let off the hook because there's other women. To my knowledge, it's a possibility. But we all know if you're in a relationship, or what we call a regular man and woman relationship, you would not sit there and feel so eager, depending if you're not sexually attracted to the opposite sex, roughly, if you're a woman, then you're going to let things slide. But because she's a woman, and it's her first time being in these type of relationships, they call it the bi-curious relationships. And let me say this, since I'm going to go there. And this is not a feeling, this is an honest truth. If you're in these type of relationships, and you dabble between same sex and heterosexual sex, to me, you are insane. Like literally insane to the membrane. And the reason why I say this is because, like anything in nature, and we're human beings, or Homo sapiens, or whatever you want to call it. We're supposed to operate different from the other insects and animals in the kingdom. Why the hell we, even in this modern times, with the conditioning, and even we go as far as programming, think that it's normal and natural to one day say, I want to be with women, the next day I want to be with men, and not have a clear understanding what are the ramifications bounce around. Besides the disease factors that come into play, but it's much deeper than that. You gotta look at the psychological problems. You gotta be sick in the membrane to go out your way, feel that if you're done with the opposite sex, so now you go turn to same sex, right? To me, how I look at it, I mean, you always had the inclinations of dabbling, but you use your bullshit to excuse yourself to dabble. And I'm telling you right now, I don't go by flip-floppers and dabblers. If you are swaying from between the sex, I would look at it and tell you personally, you need to get your ishing together. Get your mind right, get your body right, get yourself spiritually in tune again. Because one thing is shown to me as a man, personally, you're not stable physically and mentally. You can't make actual decisions. I don't care if it was just a one-time fling. As a person, when you really comfortable and stable within yourself, you don't sway. You say, I'm this direction, that's it. You can't have both. We can't have both worlds, people, sweeties. And now it's very unhealthy too when you do that. But we're not getting to all that. Let's keep going. I just got to say that as a side note, because I've noticed more and more people personally think this is cool. They think this is nothing. and think that you're going through your phase is nothing. No, it's not a phase. It's some sickness, and it affects you not only the short term but the long term of things. So let's keep listening.
I think you should delete the live. So here I am trying to protect her from revealing her true colors of how she treats me behind the scenes. So I told her how she was like yelling and kind of talking about it, and deleted the live and was like, well, I'm not gonna post you no more on my live. And I don't got time to be fake. I don't got time to be fake. If we get in an argument on live, we just gonna get on an argument on live. And I was like, well, I'm not that. I'm a private person. Like I don't do arguments online. I don't do that. But she was like, no, if we gonna get into it, we're gonna get into it and keep it real. And I'm like, okay, well, that's just not a good look. And I'm not saying be fake on camera. I'm just saying that it's not okay to bring everything to the internet. So then when we get back to the hotel that next morning, we talk about that again. And I told her how much it hurt my feelings. When I tell you Princella starts yelling at me at the top of her fucking lungs, and she started hitting shit and like hitting the curtains in the room, yelling, flinging her arms. I'm like, damn, is she about to hit me? Is she about to hit? So I'm sitting there on the bed like, why are you yelling? Like, I'm not even yelling at you. Like, can you just talk? No, because you trigger me. You trigger me. And like just yelling and just going off. Like she has such horrible anger. And I'm like, if this was a man hitting shit as he's yelling at you, this would be a very intimidating, to say the least.
But why it's not intimidating? Women are just right now, even more in America now than more than ever, just as dangerous as men. Besides the laws that will protect them, and if you're in that type of weirdo relationship, licky or eating box relationship, you're even twice as dangerous. I remember there was one basketball player. I think she got divorced. Yeah, she did. And y'all might know who she is. She almost was going to do some serious jail time in Russia for possession of marijuana. I forgot her name. I don't really want to recall her name, but she was abusive. But my thing is this: because she's a woman and you're a woman, you don't look at it as a problem, the abuse, unless you're physically abusing. And usually, one punch one person, next punch the other. That's how it goes. But for her to sit there acting the way in front of you, it's very scary. Yeah, thank you, Eugene Steele, Miss Garner. Thank you. It's not only if you consider that scary, imagine you went fully in and stayed with this relationship. What you're witnessing, you're just seeing the thing scratching in the surface of what could really would happen. And like I said, the reason why it's not been discussed about DV and lesbian relationships, because let's be fair, the media promotes it, they push it. They push it to the point where now, if it happens, they'll look at it, glance at it, and keep pushing. I'm not lying, guys. I'm not lying. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream. Let's keep listening.
So, we end up leaving. We was kind of in an argument about that. There has been other incidents where I triggered her because she was upset with me about something. So I triggered her and she would hit things. She would hit a table. She would hit the steering wheel. She would yell to the point of spit flying out her mouth. And I realized I fucked up. I was like, what have I got myself into? But when she fell out with Daryl, why would I want to go against somebody like that? Why would I be brave enough to speak out and tell my truth? I was scared to say or walk away from her, but I did call a friend. And even before that, let me rewind back. For Thanksgiving, I did bring her to my family house to meet my family and everybody.
Now, you brought them to your loved one's household. Question should be asked: does your loved ones know you're in a lesbian relationship? Has anybody asked these real serious questions? I could got the vibe that, Miss Taylor, I'm not sure how close you are with your family. I don't know if their parents still together or as a single family household. My mother. Does her own family members approve of you in this type of relationship? This box relationship, this carpet munching relationship. And I gotta use these terms and words. And I'm be honest with you, I should not be clean tonight's stream. I'm going to be clean to the degree I'm going to get raw. Trust me, sit back. It's going to get raw as we go further into this. And I'm not really mad. I am actually very much disappointed when I first came across this stream. And it really tells when y'all listen to this, and y'all might have heard this video already, but I'm goddamn it, we gotta keep drilling this in. We have to keep drilling this in. Because these are the social media influencers. Now, can Chaos Rain Show be considered a social media influencer? Absolutely goddamn no. No. No, no, no. And people will ask, why is that not? You should ask that question and give the answer to that question that's being asked. I see our comments. Make sure I support the channel. Hit the like button. Hit the super chat, Cash App, whatever. Let's keep going. Fair use.
Everybody got weird energy from her in person. Everybody, nobody was like, where did she come from and who is she? My sisters was saying, I don't like her energy for you. I don't like her energy. It's something about her. And my oldest sister dead ass told me, I think she's preying on you because you're at a vulnerable place in your life. You lost a best friend and you broke off a lot of people say engagement, but it broke off my relationship with my son's father. And so you're in a vulnerable place right now. And I feel like she's preying on that. And I was like, no, she just been through a lot in life. When P gets on here and talk about her grape situation and all that type of stuff, that pulls at people's heart. That tugs at people's heart. That tugs at women's heart to sympathize and empathize with her. But she uses those stories to gain the sympathy from women, And that's not to say she hasn't been through that. It's just like, because she's been through that makes people kind of excuse her behavior, And I caught myself as an empath. I was excusing her behavior. I kept making excuses for it. So I found myself not being able to call anybody to tell them about P without it feeling, because every time I would call somebody about her, it's like they would be like, I told you, get away from her. I started even talking to a coworker about it, and she was a previous lesbian, and she was like, I'm telling you, B. Taylor, this is not normal. She sounds emotionally abusive. This is not normal. And I was just like, no, but I did do. I'm like making excuses of what this is what I did though. I did say this to make her upset. And I did tell her about my feelings. Every time I brought up my feelings and how I felt, it was a burden. It was anger. It was met with anger and like dismissiveness. And, she told me, I'll never forget. She told me when I told her, like, can you stop yelling at me? Because that makes me feel small inside. And she verbatim told me, like, what don't trigger me to yell at you.
And you made a good point, Mr. DOD. Yes, she did stay. And the reason why she stayed, because let's be honest, Mrs. Queenmaker is the archetype of a man with no phallus. Now, you always hear it constantly from a lot of dudes, right? Now, these women do pick and choose what they call the bad boys, right? Okay. We always got to look at what is the archetype that makes a man bad. We should ask real crucial questions. Because if these are archetypes that this is a bad man, then by default, this archetype of a man that you consider bad is some that you are by default really attracted to. You are so attracted to that you will stay if it really comes down to real physical abuse. And I mean hands on, not just the verbal, because usually the verbal more falls more victim to when a woman is verbally abusing you. But regardless how men displays actual abuse, he'll have to sit there, take his fist, and pop you in your face, roughly. And sometimes it goes even more extreme when he'll sit there and pop you for no reason, for little small things. But this woman, just like your woman, she expressed her abuse through words, negative, loud, abrasive words to you. And in result, it will cause feelings. Hell, if not careful, it will cause a sense of triggers that you will sit there have flashbacks of existing relationships, or even what happened to you in childhood, depending how deep the trigger goes verbally. So, you stay because he remind me, and let's be honest, remind you of the few dudes that you roughly deal with in your own daily lives. Am I lying, guys? Am I lying? So you stay and deal with it because it's comfortable to you. Anyway, let's keep going. Fair use.
Okay. Don't trigger me to yell at you. So imagine if this was an opposite relationship and that person said, don't do this to make me yell at you or hit things and yell. She made it seem like we got in an argument about her coming to my place because she got on her live and said, I only spent the night at her place one time. No, I have not. I spent the night at her house multiple times. The reason why I didn't like to go to her house because she did not live like a woman. She lived, and I'm not going to say she lived like a man because I know plenty of men who take care of their home, and I told.
So what the fuck she lived like? What is it? You go into her place of domain residence. What it looks like. What is it supposed to look like? Because she acts and moves like a butch woman. She dresses like a man. Hat turned to the back. Sometimes, if not careful, double hats. They call it the hair hat. Yeah. And then you put on an actual cap. I mean, it's kind of repulsive when I find nowadays, if you find a woman wearing a baseball cap, the one that you could that's not fitted, they'll sit there if they have what they call it, the fake hair, and put it on top of another cap. It's like an extra layer. It's kind of weird, but the point is this: that she is like an actual nigga around you with tits and no dick. So, anyhow, let's hear what she sees in her domain cubby. Fair use.
Told her about her mattress. I'm like, your mattress is, it got pee stains, it got holes in it. Like, why are you sleeping on a mattress like this? Like, go get you a nice mattress. Go get you a mattress like mine or something. So her and her child sleeps on that mattress. So, I also feel obligated as a mother to step in and help her out with her daughter. And when I bring up her daughter, this is not to.
Now, before she goes to her daughter, and this is where it gets really far left. And matter of fact, as I'm going, and please, guys, like the stream. If you want to support the stream, I would appreciate it. Like anything, there will be no advertisement for this particular stream. Because, not only what I'm about to say, but I'm keeping real with y'all. For streams and live streams like this should run as full as possible without no commercial interruptions. There's a time and place when you should have commercials on your channels, but in regards to not only revealing evidence of a particular person that's actually scamming other people in the community, but when you find that this content creator is doing more neglect than what she's doing on and off camera. This something has to be played throughout the whole through and through. Now, one thing I would say this about, she talking about the bed and the disdain, disgust of that bed. Which, mind you, if she had a bed that bad and you sleep overnight, obviously you're not gonna be sleeping in no floor or no couch if she has a couch. You're gonna be on that nasty, dirty bed that has peas. And here's a side note, and to make myself bigger. I'm gonna say this. If you notice a bed that has liquids of fluids, let's keep in mind. Let's just say she's letting the Rose toy create sprinklers out of her yoni. Okay, you know when women bust, like when they bust, they don't bust like men bust. They bust like a sprinkling system. So obviously that is the pure, coming of on the stains in the bed, and the dirty woman did not go and have the audacity to go clean her sheets and throw some actual bleach, baking soda on her rubbish bed. When you bust nuts, make sure you clean your bed. Nasty, very nasty. That's not pee. Well, it is pee. Roughly when women bust. Let's keep real. But it's deeper than pee. That's the sprinkling system that they come out there, yonis, with the assistance of toys, Rose, and all phalluses that they insert daily. And trust me, she is obviously about that, if you know what I mean. Now, DOD wrote something that's important that I'll put here on the monitor. 90% of women, when they have a breakup, the first thing they do is try and diss the person they had a relationship. Yeah, and that is the normal, typical mindset and movements of a typical chick, a modern Western chick. DOD, of course. And trust me, she enjoyed that bed, because if you know this bed was bad, why, like any human being, why you will stay overnight with a woman that has her environment so in disarray, in the point where she's up here busting sprinkle systems on top of her bed? That's my question, Miss Taylor. That's just an honest question. But obviously we can't ask these questions because it's offensive. Hell, it's downright personal. Let's keep it real. But you're going there, you're dealing with it in a personal matter, because let's be honest, someone's going to talk. And let's keep going. Fair use. And she's going to go into about her child. And this was really got disturbing. Oh, and another side note. If Miss Daphne Stoughton, celebrity, gets a hold of this, I think she needs to take the right action, because this is going to be disturbing what I'm about to play next. Let's listen in. Fair use.
Go low. This is not to make her a villain, but this is to tell my truth. And I cannot keep lying. Women have asked, does Amaya go to school? The girl is 5 years old, going on 6, and have never been in a school. She was not getting homeschooled. She was in front of a TV all day. Everybody know that her child has autism. She has not gotten her daughter tested for autism. It took me saying, let's go get her tested for autism. Let's get her into this daycare program so she can be around other kids. So now she's in a daycare program that I have my kids in, so she can be around other kids and learn. She don't read to her. She don't teach her anything. She don't have a mentor, a tutor. She don't give her any type of school lessons. At 5, I think she's supposed to be at least in kindergarten or something. She hasn't been to pre-K. She hasn't been to kindergarten. She was just like, so she's behind on a lot of things. And she has this, she's on the spectrum. And also when I came in, I was like, I started to notice that, why is it that your child is up all night and you're asleep, and your child is up all night and you're asleep and you let her sleep through the day. And when I asked you about that, you said, well, it's easier for you to get business done. I said, that's not healthy for a child to be in an environment like that, because she needs a schedule. It's not healthy for children to not be on a schedule. It's not healthy. And so when she, oh, sorry, I can hear myself, Yanni. I can hear. I don't know if you're playing the thing. I can hear myself. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, it's good. I was just like, I could just hear myself echo. It's telling y'all. Sorry. So I was like, let's get her on a schedule. She yelled at me about that. She was like, I don't got time to be on schedule. I didn't even want to be a mother. I was forced into this. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. She's like, no, you don't understand. I don't got support. I don't got help. And I'm like, okay, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm a mother as well. Like, I got 2 kids, like I got you. I understand, but these kids need a schedule. They need discipline. They need, a schedule. It's healthy for them to have some type of schedule. And
before she goes on about scheduling and all this, nonsense, do I have this video? I'm trying to remember. I remember the video that popped up to my head. Do I have it? I gotta find it. I'm gonna let it keep going. I'm gonna find it. Fairies.
she yelled at me about that because she was like, you only care about what Amaya wants and not about what matters to me. I don't like schedules. And I said, yeah, but when you have a child, you got to get on a schedule. So when they started coming over to my house, I started making her child go to bed at 8:30. And guess what? Her baby was going to bed at 8:30. Her daughter now goes to sleep at night because I set her a bed schedule. I put some type of structure in her child's life. Her child is in school now, like at a daycare program. She now goes to bed at night, and I got her to start fixing her daughter breakfast because I noticed that when her schedule started, she wake up through the day. And a lot of y'all ask, like, damn, do P spend time with her daughter? How can you spend time with your daughter when you're online all day, every day? Who's feeding her? So she gets into stuff. She starts feeding herself. She had to learn how to go in the kitchen and make stuff for herself because mama can't feed you if mama's busy online. And I noticed that. And I'm like, hey, incidents where her daughter had 104 temperature. I'm like, take her to the ER. Like, you can't just, do you have Tylenol? How you don't have kids Tylenol at your house? Like, get her some Tylenol. Like, okay, she didn't have this fever for like a week. My little ones, when they have a fever longer than 2 days, they at the doctor's. I'm like, take her to the doctor's. Take her here. Take her there. Take her to the dentist. Why am I telling you to be a fucking mom to your child? That's why I felt obligated to also stick around. And I was scared as shit to just leave and break up with you because if you got mad, it was going to hit the internet. I tried to avoid all of this right here.
Now, this is right here. This would piss me the motherfucking off. Your mother, she's a fucking mother. You see neglect. And instead of taking some goddamn action, not only you stayed, but when the relationship was over, she kept her motherfucking mouth shut. Now, black man, listen. This is why this is the reason why a lot of dudes have a problem with the single mother epidemic. Not only just in general in the communities, but just in general personally. It's because there's always gonna be one woman that's a mother, no matter what age she is, whether she's 18 or up, right? It always going to show how much you wanted to put in and invest and put to your children's future. And I'm not talking about what's in their belly. What are you willing to do to put so your prodigy has the best outcomes? That's the question that's never been asked. And you're never going to find the answer to this question. And you know why? Because we have women like Miss Taylor and many other women. She's not the exception. She's not even the real. She is one of many women that does this. When things go south and they want to hide their hand and not feel that they're exempt to anything that happens, the outcomes of what they witness, they're the problem. They're the problem. I'm trying to find my thing, man. Where is it? They're the big problem. You're responding because you were put behind the wall by the so-called queen maker. And how we know? Because we know she likes to run her fucking mouth to her subscribers and to her audience on social media, because she is a social media misfit. She lives and dies on social media. I want that to sit in. She lives and dies on social media. So you know this person lives and dies on social media. What time you think she's going to have in raising the child? Maybe you can see what she does by when she goes live most of the time. And behind, off the camera, you're not sure what she does after that. And God knows we're not going to speculate what she does off camera. We're not going to go into that. But you witnessed it firsthand to the point that the relationship is no longer there. You and her end the relationship, regardless of what the situation is. You did not take a proactive action, especially to a young black girl of all. And you know what's funny? The funny thing about this, and DOD, I hope you're still there. Black girls already has it bad enough already. We know this. But God forbid, there's a real woman or a mother out there that's really neglectful and spiteful and actually envious of their own child. And we can go as far as even selfish. And we got enough mothers out that are selfish when it comes to the daughters. The reason why that is, I can't explain. Maybe it's something they've gone through with their own mothers and they pass on traumas, or what they like to call curses. I think they call what do they call the curses? Generational curse. Yes, that's what they call it. Exactly. I remember. It's come back to me. It's beyond generational curse. This is something that this is intended by your own merit. And to find that you notice this is going on, and not only going on, but you've been in this relationship for 6 months, because they've been in a relationship since, if my math is right, since the summertime, roughly. And it ended in January. 6 months. And I look at most relationships personally, they're more like situationships. They're not real relationships. There's something that you just get in, you know, you're kicking it, doing this and that, all that fun. And eventually, once it gets tired and bored, you get out. Yeah. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But, you know, I see some in the chat room. Where is it? You know what time it is, guys.
They be knocking, y'all. The sonic rings up out of it, and you.
Tevin King with the $20 super chat for the love of the game. Respect, Tevin. And Tevin, I'm not sure how much you've been following this, if you heard about this. And I think I know you're a Jamaican man, or what do you call it, West Indian man. How often do you find women, or what you call yard women, gal, or what you want to call them, to find that they are neglectful with their children on the average? Have you seen it personally, brother? I mean, if you want to leave a comment, please do. I'll read your comment. And thank you for your super chat. All right, let's keep going, guys. Fairies.
Right here, I tried to avoid. And I knew if I broke up with you, and I have witnesses where I called them up crying and saying, I messed up getting involved with her, and I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how to break up with her without retaliation. You know, she didn't introduce me to her followers. I now am involved with her child. I feel hurt that this is actually who she is. You preach about men being dirty and messy and a house nasty, but you live the same way. You talk about mothers not pouring into their daughters over their sons, but you don't even pour into the ones that the one that's right there next to you, that's begging for your attention, that's asking, mama, please play with me. Mommy, please play with me. Like, it got to the point the little girl was saying, like, mommy doesn't like. And finally, when she got in front of me, she just snapped and said, mommy doesn't like me. And I grabbed her and held her like, oh my God. And she was crying. And she was like, that's what she's been saying. Like, and I'm telling her, like, no, your mom does love you. And Amaya, like, you know, I'm trying to tell her daughter, like, I'm trying to make excuses for it. I thought I was putting her like to help her with that.
You know, this reminds me of a particular scholar. Y'all might know who I'm saying. This scholar she was married to a Jewish man, and then, you know, she got divorced, and she has a daughter as well. And she wrote countless books and stuff. But the stories of how she was raised by her mother, or black mother, was repulsive. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm trying to remember what her name is. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Yeah, I might know what I'm talking about. What's her name? Wow, I draw a blank. If y'all know, put it in the chat room. I'll pull it up. But she reminded me of this woman. The same story goes. It's similar. It's actually almost exact. But eventually she became, you know, dealing with the licky or engaged in eating box as well. Let's keep going. Fairies. If I remember, I'll tell y'all.
I've done a lot for Pete behind the scenes. And a lot of people that want to say I did this for clout, I didn't do this for clout. I didn't gain a whole bunch of subscribers from this. I didn't gain money from this. I didn't get money from Pete. He never gave me money. Okay. But I can say that I got her on the news twice because of my connections. I took her to a media gala ball where congressmen, the next mayor, like a lot of prominent people were at that gala. And I bought her there because I wanted to see her win. I wanted to see her elevate. I wanted her to sell books. I wanted to pour into her as a friend because she's had a tough life. And I just wanted to see her win. So I did a lot. So to say that I did this for clout is crazy because I helped her with her hair. I helped her, you know, like get her to mainstream media. I helped her with some interviews. I was her little person that encouraged her to keep going, you know, and she speaks about codependency, but P was calling me day and night, all day. She just wanted to be on the phone with me all day and suck up all of my energy. But it became too much. She would stay on the phone with me day and night until she fall asleep. And I'm like, damn, like, why am I so irritated? Because I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't break up with her. So this is before Christmas. Around Christmas time, we started arguing. And for those that saying like Priscilla pumped and dumped, first of all, Priscilla doesn't have a Peter Wacker to pump me with, nor was she using any type of objects or plastic objects to do anything with me. So I don't see how you can be a pump and dump when you were a munch. No shade, just saying. Like and a lot of that wasn't even going on. A lot of that was not even going on. I was genuinely there as a friend because I've grown to love and care about her and her daughter. And this doesn't bring me joy talking about this, but I feel like collectively women need to know that she is hurt. She do need a lot of work and help She has anger issues. She doesn't really like women.
Well, no shit. You think we would not know this? And let's be fair, honest. The whole premise for a lot of content creators today, and it's sad of me to tell y'all this, if it's not attention, it's always the financial gain doing all this, personally. You can't love one thing and say hate another unless it benefits you. So let's say the Queenmaker hates women. Okay. We'll take your word for that, all right? But let's go deeper. If she hates women, why would she invest so much of her energy and time to not only be next to women, but go as far as being in relationships? Because that takes a lot of energy to be love and hate something. Like glittery. You love them when it benefits and suits you, but you hate everything else. It's weird. And I'm going to read the comments now. That was laid out here. In 2012, before I left Jamaica, I came to the U.S. The ratio was 3 out of 10 women who were very neglectful in raising their kids. That 12 years ago, I'm sure the number went up by now. Yeah, it probably went up substantially. I would say it is probably 1 out of, I think it's 5 now. 5 out of 10, maybe. I'm not sure that's how it goes, Tevin, but yeah, that's how I look at it. Great Pill writes, so why didn't she notice all this beforehand or before going public being exclusive? She puts vetting time into knowing the Queenmaker. To ask question, to answer question, Great Pill. Personally, this is something that, in my opinion, when women do this, they're trying to watch and protect their own butts, for lack of better words, personally. That's why they come out now out the blue after months and months keeping silent now to spill the tea on certain things. And let's be clear. If you're a woman generally and you follow cult following or you have a cult personality, watch this video, watch any breakdown from what B. Taylor is revealing about your Queenmaker will not help you. Matter of fact, I would tell most women, not only will it help you, the only thing that's going to save your ass is Jesus. And we all know, matter of fact, I got one better for y'all. Wait. I said I was going to find it, but I had a hard time finding it. Where is that bad boy? Where is it? I got to find where I put it. I'm going to type it up. Ah, damn it. I don't think I got it. I'm going to keep the plan. I got to find my sound bites. I should have came prepared. I apologize, guys, but you know how it is. Oh, did you? That's what's up. Thank you for the follow on Rumble. I'm trying to push for 30 following. I might do live streams on Rumble, but I think I need a certain amount of followers first. How it goes. I think that's how it's supposed to work, but we shall see. So if you follow me, I mean, I'm 11 away from actually meeting that small goal. I really want to get 1,000 followers on Rumble personally. So I have different pages that is on and popping. So thank you for your follow. Great Pill. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna find my sound bites. Farious.
A lot of things that I found out how she moves and how her she's very, very codependent. She cannot be alone. That's why she's online all day, every day. And if she's not online all day, every day, guess who she was calling? Me. But now with this new girlfriend, that's who she's going to be on the phone with. Now at this point, I don't know what she's going to be doing with her YouTube because she basically said, if you're not paying me money every month, I'm not talking to you. So there's a lot that I'm skipping over, but because there was a lot that happened, but people who knew before we officially broke up. We broke up, I would say end of January or somewhere in January. We broke up then because we would get into it about the littlest thing. If I said this, she starts snapping on me, getting mad. All I did was like, I got frustrated about we were late to the gala. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, well, what do you want me to? Like, she started yelling at me about it. Like, and then she would say, I triggered her by being emotional, And then she would get online and talk about me on her TikTok. Oh, I can't stand emotional people. When I'm just going through, like, she was like making fun of me. That video that everybody's using to match up, as in Priscilla breaking up with me video. No, that was Priscilla making fun of me video. That was Priscilla talking about my business, and I never brought it to the internet. I never spoke up for myself. She would get online and throw subliminal shades at me when she was mad at me. She cannot take a lot of stress, and that's what she kept saying. She literally cannot take a lot of stress.
I found it. Let's see.
So she will get.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
And that's the question should be asked. What makes you man? Or I should say better, what makes you black man greater than Jesus? Jesus saved a lot of people. At the end, he did not save himself. Ain't that something? I can't save these ladies. You should not invest time trying to save them as well. Matter of fact, you hear this song goes, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That is such a factual statement. Real talk. I did not come to this world to save wayward women. Women that are sexually confused, especially. If your sexuality is confusing, I can't save you, sweetie. I can't say, bitch. No. I refuse to try. You know the consequence when you start eating coochie? It makes you tough. It makes your tongue real tough, like strong. Like it grows extra muscles using the up and down and all that nonsense. I think it's a travesty women eating each other out. Now they think about it. Let's keep it real. Why? Because think about it. It goes in your head. Wait. Wait, hold on. Kevin, where are you, Kevin?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yeah. Hey, let me stop messing around. Let's keep going. Various.
She would do things like, I remember the first time we got in a real argument, she was at the bar drinking, and I was like, we talked about therapy. I've been in therapy for 2 years, but she was like, oh, I don't believe in therapy. I healed myself.
And look what the end result is. I would tell you personally, sweetie, fire your therapist and go find a therapist. And make sure, goddamn, it's not no goddamn woman therapist. You ladies got to start finding some male therapists that look in your interest and tell you the real honest truth. In my opinion, there's too many women in the professional field. And they give women what they want to hear instead of really honest truth. That's why Kevin was very effective for over 2 years. The reason I say he's so effective, because he did not sugarcoat a lot of people, including women. And that's why a lot of modern men love Kevin, regardless how they think and feel, because he did not take it easy on a lot of men that listen to his message, and he didn't take it easy on a lot of women too. And that's why he was loved and hate amongst the community, personally. So, all right. Let me keep running this. Yeah, but I tell you, sweetie, fire your therapist, go find a male therapist. Don't go back to no female therapist. Various.
Healed myself. I know you're not healed at all. Not healed at all. And this is not to discredit some of the things that she say, because I think that a lot of things that she do say do stand true in a lot of truth in science and sociology, psychology, and biology.
Such as? Have y'all noticed when you said there's some things that was said that be true? Can you name a few things that was out her goddamn mouth that was factual true from a sociological, scientific perspective? You guys, I'm telling you this. For anybody that has logic and use some form of common sense and get away from the emotions. I think it's gonna come to a point. A lot of you viewers and subscribers, y'all need to start questioning a lot of things that's being said on a lot of people's channels. And the reason why I said it needs to be done is because now you find people saying that there's some that someone said was true, but can't give you a rundown or two examples of what is true. They'll tell you it's true, that's it. But don't give you in detail explanation what is true and what was false. What made this person so in his or her message to be factual? Question it. There should be a question to every situation. I'm just saying. Just saying. Oh, it's come to me now. Her name is Alex Walker. That's the woman. Yes, now it came to me. Thank my God. It just hit me just like this. It was Alex Walker I'm talking about. She's a woman that reminds me of the Queen Maker. The same neglect like she did to her own daughter. And her own daughter, as you know, to be honest with you, has not been really the same since. And she a full-fledged adult. So, yes, that's her. Yes, I'm married. She reminded me of the same situation with Alice Walker. And I did cover this on a previous upload or a future live stream, I think 2 years ago. You can find it on my channel. But she tells stories about her mother, which is almost identical to the Queen Maker. Can you imagine that? And now let's keep going. Fair use.
I learned a lot through that. But I think when it comes a point of her trying to persuade women to not deal with men, I don't think that that's fair. I have women who deal with men my entire life. My whole family of women are married. So when you say things like women who deal with men, I hope they get raped. I hope they get beat up and knocked upside their head. I hope all this bad stuff would happen to them. And I'm like, why would you say that? And we got an argument about that because I'm like, I don't think that that's okay to say those things. To wish rape on a woman for dealing with a man, to wish abuse on a woman because she's dealing with a man, that's crazy to me. And that's in your heart. And that came out. And it's a lot of stuff in her heart that would come out. And it came out in bitterness and anger and hate. So I wasn't agreeing with that. And of course, me being like a boy mom or a woman with boys, you know, she wanted to play into that whole, like, she would get mad at me for being, that's why she always was going in. Like, she went in on women that have boys, but she really started going in because she wanted me to look at them a certain way.
But it's much deeper than that because she doesn't like the offspring that comes out of her own loin. So it makes sense. And this is why you could tell when a woman, when you're dealing with a sick bitch. When they start chastising children to go as far as paint them as a picture of some of less than and they're the epitome of evil to the point that, depending on the sex, they could do much more damage than good to the world. In her mindset, in her logic, she feels all boy children that come from mothers like yourself, B. Taylor, had the potential of violence and rape. I'm not gonna say rape. You know the word I just said. They came out the womb, your precious womb, to be violent and deadly amongst the population of within the culture, within the group, within the society of the people. This is dangerous. She is very dangerous. She's just like the other chick that still floating around YouTube. Someone said that male boys should be not be here, or what they call delete male boys. Same thing, nothing different. That's why she goes and does the content she does, because she's actually inciting and actually programming feeble mind, ignorant, dumb chicks to look at males, including their sons, to be the epitome of evil, that they should not exist. That's very deep. You're dealing with a sick bitch, like most of them. Personally, you give or take. I'll let y'all be judged that. Let me keep playing. Fairies.
I said, my sons know how to wipe themselves properly. Have you been teaching your child to wipe herself properly? My sons know how to get in the bathtub and take care of themselves. My sons have hot meals at home. Are you doing those things? Before you want to sit there and talk about my boys, are you doing these things for your child? And if you're not doing those things for your child, you have no room to say these things. You have no room to say these things. I never came on here to be perfect. I'm not. I'm perfectly imperfect. I think my YouTube channel says a lot of what I've been through in my life and what I've learned in my life. But I don't come on here as a savior complex. And I think a lot of women who are hurt collectively, a lot of Black women especially, we are hurting. But you got to protect your spirit and energy and what you're allowing in your life and what you're listening to. Because when I asked her, what's the end goal? Well, first of all, when I asked her, what inspires you to write the 41 Shades of Men? She said, I lost my job and I needed some money quick. What? I was thinking, as a writer, I'm thinking this is like an inspirational story. I'm thinking this is a story that, okay, I want to write this because I love women and I want to help women. And I just put it out there because, whatever. She literally said, I lost my job. I got fired from my job and I needed quick money. She was a car salesman back in her day. She hung around pimps. She's been in the Black Islamic Nation of Islam community. She's been in the pro-Black community. She's been around preachers, pastors. She's been mentored her entire life by men. She moves like a man. She does not move like a woman. She's been taught how to speak and manipulate her words like these men that she resents now. Any public fallout, she's fell out with everybody in her life. Everybody. But one thing y'all not catching and noticing, she never talks about what she's done. She's never talked about what she has done. Even now, she's blaming me for why we ended. I said, no.
No, it's much deeper than that. Much deeper than that. It's like the notion, it's like the message goes. And what's that message again? Say it with me, guys.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Nigga. Shit. I ain't fucking Jesus Christ. I ain't in the business of save. Pretty much not much for anybody, personally. But you try and put yourself out there to save this lady. And yes, during the time this happened, she probably did lost her job back in 2021, roughly. And for the last maybe year or two, she's always find ways to reinvent and remark herself, rebrand herself. And the reason why she has this capability, for people that's not aware of this, and hold on, let me do this. Why they're not aware of this?
I started speaking.
They're aware of this because, let's be fair, honest, they're aware of this. And how she's able to reinvent, because she is in the business of marketing, sales. And she used what she has learned throughout the years being a salesperson to the full extent. And she banked on almost making close to $500,000. Last my check. Don't take my word for it. She's going to tell you right now how much she made. And I probably would cap, she probably made a little extra more. If she has to pay tax on it, she got to pay Uncle Sam, by another story. But nonetheless, she made a nice little coin on a lot of these ladies. And the reason why she was able to make a lot of coins out of these women, because, like the minister said,
Jesus can't save these hoes. Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Picking up and finding my voice. That's
Yeah. Like I said, let's keep listening.
What happened? And you could not control me anymore. You couldn't silence me to not speak up against you anymore. So what do you do with a person like that you can't control? You got to get rid of them. But so we did end up breaking up, and we got into an argument again because she was mad about. She said she's not jealous, but she was mad about me talking about a woman that's a mentor in my life and like speak like saying how educated and smart because this woman's a doctor, and she was like, well, you act like I don't talk like that. And I'm like, what? Why are you making this about you? Well, I felt like you was talking about me. And like, you know, like, I feel like you hurt my feelings saying this. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. Like, it was just always something I did wrong to make her upset. There's no making her happy. Even with her second girlfriend, she just talked about how, you know, she yelled at her, you know, and that the girl wouldn't talk to her at times because she would hurt her feelings. Now that I started to get my feelings hurt because I was being yelled at, I started to realize she did the same thing to her ex-girlfriend. And then the first girlfriend that she had, she talked so much crap about her, saying, oh, she was crazy, she was jealous, she was possessive. Then she started telling people I was possessive and jealous. And I'm like, I ain't jealous of you. I'm not jealous of anybody trying to talk to you. I'm not intimidated by that. I don't care about none of that. But you're trying to put that on me because you want me to be jealous. Even when I would play into it, be like, oh my God, who is that girl? She'd be like, like she would love it. She wanted me to be jealous. She wanted me to, you know, she even said, I don't see anything wrong with being jealous and possessive. But then you get.
No, because she operates and move like the man that you ladies say you don't like. Miss Queenmaker is moving away, Miss B. She's moving beyond a pimp. She's moving to let you know that you better straighten up because I got options and I'm exercising options. Isn't that simple? What Kevin was talking about, a person exercise their options. But I know they condition a lot of young boys that become men to not always have more than one woman around. Even to the point of say you want to be honest, which, okay. But personally, you could say what your attention all day, every day. Most majority of women today, I'm sorry, gentlemen, they're not gonna be comfortable or cool, especially in America. Outside America, it's probably a little different. Here in America, in their minds and their hearts, and they won't tell you this in your fucking face. I should have all the options. You should have no options. And let me find that you have options. You have more than one woman. Or not only I might break it off, but I'm gonna punish your black ass. Boom. I'm gonna punish your ass. I'm supposed to have the options, all the cards, and flip around, fucking suck, and still have you around doing what you should be doing. And the reason why I say this, and I know this is gonna hurt, but I'm going this lay out. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Because the option thing is only designed for a very few men that got like that. And if you don't got like that, you better be very confident you put yourself to get like that. Or you just exercise the option anyway. Either or. A man that doesn't exercise this, you guarantee your lady is exercising many options. That's why, if you think about why the law is put the way it is to not only hurt you, but also to keep your black butt in check. Do you understand? Because the more they keep you in check, the better. They can't keep you in check if you're a man that's standing on your toe and not only walking the walk, but you're showing it. She's giving this man or giving this woman, her once girlfriend, somewhat of a pass. I mean, somewhat of a pass. But guarantee she will never do this if this is a man doing this. She's very quick to turn left and walk out of that situation on a given notice. Keep that in mind, gentlemen. Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
Get online and shape me out to be that person as if it was a bad thing. even though I was not that to you. I was not that to you. So she ended up initiating the breakup, yes, because I couldn't do it. I was too scared to do it. I knew that she had to be done with me for it to be a peaceful breakup, right?
Wait. So wait, let me get this straight. You tell me you never break up anybody that you decide to call off? Cause you have two baby fathers. And matter of fact, the one dude that wrote a very good song on this. And I can't find this stupid. Actually, I gotta find the song. But she breaks it up. Oh, I think I know where it is now. I think it's here. Is this it? No, that's not it. All right, I'm just going to play the audio of it. I can't find the damn. I usually like to do with visuals because one thing I try to do differently is put visuals out here so I can see the visuals. But I can't find the goddamn visual that crap. I'm mad as hell, man. Matter of fact, I think I do have it. I'm gonna look for it. But anyhow, you tell me that you can't break up with a woman? What is the consequence? What are you afraid of breaking? What? Yeah, I know DOD. Isn't it funny? You're afraid to break up this way. So that means you've done a lot of breakup in your life of 33 years of age, Miss Taylor. But also, you can't come to grips to break up with a woman? How low and weak is that? What's the difference? The relationship's not going the way you see it, and really, truly, it's becoming problematic in your own life. Wouldn't it be more easy that you call it quits? Can you see the insanity here, guys? So it makes me wonder, if we talk about lesbian relationships, it means the person that is the more actual, real, not bisexual, but lesbian in the relationship, she's the one that's in these relationships more than regular modern woman that's either bisexual or, the girlfriend. That's the vibe I'm getting. I tell you, man. God help us, man. I gotta play this. I have to play this. Got to play this.
Jesus can't save these hoes. Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
That's what I thought, right? But the witnesses the people that know me and I've been talking to, they know I've been suffering mentally being in this relationship with her as well. She said she was suffering mentally. I was suffering greatly mentally, and I was silencing my voice. So when she initiated, I didn't say, "Oh my God, why?" I was like, "Yeah, I think that, you know what? I accept that and I understand that." And I called her and I said, it don't got to be no beef. We could still be friends. I don't feel like it's wise to bring it out in the public because, people have been wishing on our downfall. That's to protect you and me.
Kevin, where are you, man? Where are you?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
God help us all. God help us all. I don't know. I seen it all, man. I seen such effery in my life, but this bites the dust. We can have a peaceful breakup. We could still be friends. How you gonna be friends with someone that neglects their own child? How can you be friends with someone and she's a full-blown crazy psychopath How can you really be friends with that? I'm confused. I know, guys. If you guys still in the channel watching this stream, thank you. Please hit the like button. I mean, I know this is very weird. I mean, this is my actual time covering this from portions of the beginning to where it's now, and I'm not gonna cover all the live stream, but I find it very ironic. This is modernization. This is Western Women today. But you know, they made their bed and line it. Let's keep going. Fairies.
You know, and so I did that in a way to protect us. You know, I wasn't doing that in a way to try to get back with her, but she would still call me every single day, all day, all night, all morning. She would call me after her live streams. She would invite me to her Wednesday night Zoom calls. She wanted me all, she definitely wanted me all around her. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not together. I guess we just friends. You know, we could still hang out. But then it became a point where she wanted to be intimate. She wanted to do all these things. And I'm like, no, we friends. So we're supposed to be friends, right? She come to my house. This is when we're friends. We're all having a good time. And she kisses me. I'm like, I look at her like, and she just smiled like, oh, we weren't together for Valentine's Day. Like she kissed me and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So in her mind, we was back together. I didn't know that. I'm like, I didn't know we was back together. So then she'll get mad at me again and be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I said, okay, P, it's cool. I understand that. I didn't even think then I even told her, it's not like we together anyway. She got, oh, yeah, yeah, we not together, right? And I'm going to go online and to let people know that we not together and that I'm single because I ain't got time for nobody to not know because I'm ready to, you know, make sure that I'm available to other people. So I'm going to go on. It was like she was kind of like playing until she knew I didn't want it to be public and she knew I didn't want no public backlash. But it was kind of like once I said, well, we not together, she was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to go online and let people know that we not together. And I was like, okay, like, that's not what I wasn't saying it in an offensive way. Like, I'm trying to ease the situation. We weren't together, but it was like a back and forth. She gets on her TikTok and say, oh, B. Taylor's just mad because she wanted to be with me and she didn't want us to break up. And never, that's not the case. That's a lie. That's not the truth. She wants to play like I'm this hurt, bitter person that's mad because I was dumped and broken up with. But you paid $700 to fly me to LA with you. You pay for everything in LA. And she, even before LA, mind you, this was last month. And so this is for the people who she got on live and said, I'm mad and bitter. Okay, I'm mad and bitter, right? I'm mad and bitter that you don't want me anymore and that you keeping me around because I want to be friends with you, right? But what is this? Hold on. This right here, what I'm about to show y'all, was just last month. This was just last month before we went to LA. Why are you making songs for me? Very talented woman. But she literally sent me this video and said, this is our song.
Ain't nobody want to hear that garbage. Let me fast forward it. There we go.
This video and said, this is our song.
All right, I'll mute that. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share screen, share the stream, like the stream, and support the channel with the super chat or cash app, you know. Yeah. All right, let me see. Yeah. That's weird, man. Very weird. You know, that's what happens when you're in this type of relationships, unfortunately. I mean, there's so much. There are red flags in many relationships, but this is like vice dust. she is one DOD, you know. She played that music for her.
Okay. So this was just last month. We've been broken up, but this was just last month. This was just last month. You made that song when I was on the phone with you. You was excited about making that song. And you said, this is our song. Send this to Skills for sure. And I was very impressed because I was like, oh, you literally made up that song on the fly. Like, I've never seen nobody like that. I think she's very gifted, very, very gifted. She dedicated that song to me. I was on the phone with her when she made that song and was like, sent the video to me and said, send this to your friends and let them know how much I love you and care about you. Send this to your friends so they can see how good I treat you. You wanted me to show that video off. So here, Princella, I showed the video, the world, how much you love B. Taylor, how much you cared about B. Taylor. But this was right before LA, and this was after we were broken up. Why are you making songs about me and for me and dedicated a song to me? If I was this pump and dump, if I was this, oh, she's turmoil, she brings drama. But you, baby, you was playing them fingers. Them fingers was going. Them fingers was going. Y'all want me to play it again? She made the
Oh God, no! Please don't play that again, man, sweetie. Don't you dare.
song up.
No, I'm mute that. Actually, I know. Let me skip this kind of one. I want to hear that. Mind she was a singer rapper, so she gonna do these type of things. Cause she is multi-talented. She does like music. So, but I'm not playing that because I'm just not gonna do it. I don't got the fortitude to really listen to that. But do you guys want to drop the link? Let y'all come up. I've been dropping the link, and I know most people don't want to hear me talk, and that's fine. I could do that, but would y'all mind giving feedback to their stream? I'll put the call link for everybody to come up. I know y'all watching. Y'all watch from the clouds. Say yes, no. All right.
And I told her playing instruments is like a turn on for me. If you're like, you could play an instrument and make up a song, that is a very big turn on for me. So that whole time she's trying to seduce me. When can you munch? Again, I'm like, whatever. Then we get into it a week after that, we get into it. What happened? Yeah, we get into it a week after on her TikTok, and y'all saw, a lot of y'all didn't see because it wasn't recorded, but a lot of y'all saw us getting into it and her yelling and going off, and she stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning convincing people that I was such a horrible person. She didn't even hear she didn't even know I was listening to her live. I said I was going to bed and I wasn't going to argue with her. She stayed up all night. I told her, stop yelling. The kids are asleep. I got your baby girl in the bed asleep. I got my kids asleep. Like, why are you yelling? Why are you doing too much? But she stayed up all night talking mess about me, saying like, oh, B. Taylor this, B. Taylor that, B. Taylor that. And even then after, she still paid. She paid the money, and then she upgraded our seat. So the tickets in total was like $700, I think, per seat or whatever. So we not really getting along. I don't even really want to go on this trip, but she paid all this money. At this point, I'm about to refund her the $700 because I'm like, this is just so toxic. I'm not about to be away from my family. This was Easter weekend, y'all. April 1st, the weekend of April 1st. Okay. I ended up coming over there. She wanted me to come. She was saying like the plan was for me to come over there and spend the night. I didn't. I don't like to spend the night over there. So when I'm trying to think, sorry, I'm losing contact. So when we went to LA, I'm gonna talk about LA. When we get to the airport, she's yelling at me at the airport. One eye is bigger than the other. She is yelling at me at the
Man, she about to bust a blood pressure pipe or something, man. If your eyes are getting wide open, you're taking it too serious, sweetie. We're going to have to calm it down, man. But that's what it is when you're pimp. She a true pimp. Anyhow, let's keep going. Berries.
again. I ain't gotta never talk to you again after this. Let's just go to LA and have fun, and I'll make sure to get out your hair, and I will never talk to you again. And she looked at me like she wanted to cry when I said that. But I'm like, bro, you say so much negative things about me. You say so much negative things about me. Why would I not just say, hey, you ain't got to worry about me no more. I will remove myself from your life after this. You ain't got to ever worry about me being in turmoil. Okay? Go to LA. She want to tell people that, oh, B. Taylor was mad I turned her down in LA. Let me tell you about LA. Let me tell you about LA. We in the same room, we in the same bed together. Okay? And it's night and you.
Yeah, man. Here's when the pimps want to lay the smackdown, lay that pimp game to the ladies. Listen carefully. Listen how she lays it down. Smooth.
Start playing Corn out loud on the phone, and you start messing with yourself while I'm laying right next to you and you're moaning loud. Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? But I was all on her, right?
Come on, sweetie. You know what time it is. You know, I heard stories that it said that Miss Taylor is a what they call goofball or a airhead, and I had to now believe that might be factual. Personally, no one's gonna sit there next to you, and why you guys ain't get separate beds? I'm kind of curious in that. But anyway, you know, you next to her, she next to you. What you expect? She gonna run that music, you know. She gonna run that nice little adult action film on the cell phone, mostly, particularly on the iPhone. Because most people got iPhones mostly. They don't got Androids because they say iPhones are a little bit more bougie. But and she runs that to see if it's going to entice you, see where your head's at. You feel me? Anyhow, that's why she did it. So stop playing. Fair use, fair use.
So I'm like, well, girl, I'm like, well, shit, what you want to know? Like, you know, and she was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, and I'm joking about it the next day, like, girl, I ain't never got turned down. Like, you know, I'm laughing, we joking about it. But I was like, you ain't gotta worry about me, it's cool. So then the next day, we go out and get breakfast and we drink it. And I'm like, oh, I want to go back and take a nap because I'm tired. I take a nap. She's playing Corn again and playing with herself and moaning really loud next to me. Like, it ain't two separate beds.
And here's the funny thing. You want to know why the bed is so filled with piss and holes? There's your answer. Fair use, fair use.
We in the same bed together and you're doing this. Why are you doing that if you're not?
But you know what's funny? I thought most women nowadays, if they're traveling with each other and they have hotels, wouldn't it make sense to have a separate bed or even a separate room? Why are you sharing the same room and the same bed? I'm curious. See, a lot of dudes, when they listen to this, they know you're running game. And I had this conversation with my good friend, Mr. Browner. And he said this, and I somewhat agreed to this. Actually, I did agree. When they talk about this homosexuality nonsense, you know, there's more women in it than men. And not because there are more women by numbers, but women by default today are actually curious, and they really are about that for a reason. So I want that to sink in a little bit. For you to be in a room with the same woman and you don't think that nothing's going to happen, that she's not going to eat you out, you ain't going to eat her out and all that stuff, you're delusional. You got to be crazy. Like, crazy. Anyhow, let's keep going. Fair use. Yeah, I hear with that.
Trying to seduce somebody. Why are you doing that if you're not trying to seduce somebody? Then the next day she do it again, but this time, you know, we kind of like playing around or whatever like that. You know, we had a moment. or whatever. And she was like, no, I want to fully experience you again. Like, when can I munch? You know, I'm keeping it PG-13, but it was basically like, when can
You see, yeah. She told herself, when can we munch? When I can munch again. Again. She ate the box out of your man. She ate the hell out of you. Like literally, seriously. She enjoyed your box to the point. It's sweet like honey. It's like a nectar. When you hear these women talk about they eat each other out. Much sweeter than honey. And she just revealed and told herself that she indulged in between her thighs. And she liked it. My God, Lordy, Lord, just shaking my damn head. But anyway, like I said, you deal with men, and then all of a sudden you go mess around women. It's crazy. It's baffling. Very serious.
I munch on you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm just wasn't interested. Wasn't too interested in that. And so while she want to sit there and say, oh, I turned her down, she's mad I turned her down, baby. No, you was trying to munch for a show. Then this fallout happened, and we get into it where this fallout happened where we get into it. This is this fallout that some of y'all got on the recording, right? And so this is when she's like, oh, we're done. She sent this text message, like basically saying we're done. But I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? We not even together. But then, you know, when we came back from LA, I spent the night at her house or whatever like that. And she's cuddling, we cuddling or whatever like that. We cuddle, like all of that stuff. But we weren't like, you know, you feel this way about me, you know? Hey, Queen Sheba, you feel all this way about me, right? And then when I leave to go get her daughter breakfast, because I know she wasn't going to get her daughter no breakfast. She was going to sit on her book club and not feed her daughter in the morning. So I went and got her daughter and her some breakfast. And she was like, oh, can you give me a kiss before you leave? Like, so I was on you. I was pressing on you, but you was wanting to kiss and lick up on me? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
You wanted to?
You're like a buffet. You're like a sweet bag or a sweet taste of molasses. She gonna have to suck and kiss and gulp everything. Of course she wants that. She needs that. She's mad about that. I know a lot of dudes say B. Taylor is a cute chick for her age. You know, she's not fat, which is a good thing, which is excellent. So that she keep herself to par. But all the other things, I don't see nothing really serious value or seriousness about this woman. She's like many women, you know, average at best, most likely. You know, with makeup, she could probably slightly go above average, depending. But roughly, this is an average chick, you know, with, you know, above average weight. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by above average, she's not fat. You know, the average weight now for Western women right now is like pushing 200 pounds or actually 200 pounds right now, which roughly is a dress size 16 and above. So, yeah. So I could tell that she has affinity to you. She didn't want to let that go. Let's keep her. She really don't want to let it go. She really wanted to keep having her cake, and I mean, eating a sweet cake of Miss Taylor and have other desserts on the side. That's the plan. That was the goal. But because, you know, she has so much emotional baggage and she, you know, constantly creates scenes, eventually it was not going to really work in the long run, in my opinion. Anyhow, let's keep playing. Furious.
So much, but I was the one that was all on you. Baby girl, stop lying. Stop lying. You was leading it on as if you still wanted a relationship until we got into it again, and you said that this was a lot for you. This was a lot for you to handle, right? And I didn't text you back. That was the first time I ever not text you back. If you confused, baby, it's because you got a confused spirit. And I'm not reading the comments, by the way. I need to start reading the comments. But we got into it probably a few days or a week after LA or whatever like that. This is where it all blew up on TikTok and stuff like that. Yeah. All blew up on TikTok. Where she sent me that text message saying like, we done. Then I didn't text her back. Then she texted me when that tornado hit my area. She texted me, I hope you and the boys okay. Did not text her back. I ignore her. She's not used to me ignoring her. She's not used to me not saying nothing to her. So then now she's online. Yeah, I'm single. This is what's going to take to be my girlfriend. This is what I want in a girlfriend. I don't need nobody emotional. I don't need, like, you're insinuating out there that I'm like this, I'm that, and this is what you need in a relationship because you're not about to deal with this. Obviously, we're in a public relationship because you bought it out there. You the one who put it out there. So now it's okay. We in this public relationship. So I'm letting y'all know I'm single. I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't say nothing. Then she started talking about Libras, knowing I'm a Libra. Didn't say nothing. Then when everybody kept asking, where's B Taylor? B Taylor over there. Like, you speaking for me, talking about B Taylor going through some stuff right now. Girl, how dare you speak on me? How dare you speak about what anything is going on with me? If anybody needs to speak, it needs to be me. So Monday comes, right? Because a whole week passed by. I did not talk to her. She broke up. She sent that text message on a Monday. Then the following Monday, she went ahead and I went live on TikTok to kind of just talk about, hey, I am single, and it was women in the chat kind of shooting their shot, women that follow her. I guess she saw that and she felt some type of way about it, that they were shooting their shot at me. And I was like, shit, like, I'm playing along. Like, I'm like, yeah, hop in my DMs. Like, y'all want to talk to your girl? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to concentrate on myself. But, and I just basically said, like, yeah, P, we didn't get along. She's very militant. I described her in such a way where it was not in a bad way. I just said she's very militant and she doesn't have empathy. Like she said, she doesn't have empathy, And so for me, it was like, I'm just telling my truth. I'm just only saying why, I'm only saying why we broke up on my side. So she wants to tell hers. She got mad at that and then gets on her TikTok and start going in. By the time I get to my job, she sent me a bouquet of fruit, chocolate dipped fruit. She sent me a card. I don't know how to, if I want to add like a photo, how do I do that? I think I can add it like this. Hold on. Let me see if they're gonna upload. No, I don't think I took a photo of it.
All right, let's wait. Make sure I hit the like button, share the content, and like, share, comment, subscribe. You know how it goes. I put the call link. I doubt people gonna come up. So, but it's there in the link if you want to come up and then give your take.
But you send a card with our picture on it. And then you send a note saying, it is not my desire to have you feeling without love. I love you. I loved you and still would love you. I pray that you become a master over your gifts and your soft spots. Please continue to find ways to smile. I want no negative energy or bad blood between us. Love, Princella. You can literally see that. I love you, and still will love you. She didn't want to break the connection. She was mad that I was ignoring her, so she sent me fruit to get my attention. She was trying to get me to call her, but by that time, it was too late. I already spoke on social media. Now she's pissed because I spoke up for myself. So now she's put this narrative out there that I was just mad and bitter. I was mad and bitter about the breakup, but that doesn't sound like mad and bitter. You're the one who's reaching out to me. I'm not reaching out to you. I'm taking time for myself. So all of this transpired. The shit goes down online. I'm like, hey, I don't want this to hit YouTube. I go ahead and call her. And let her know there's no beef. This is an olive branch. I want to let you know I still love you. I care about you. I don't want to see you going through this. Even though I feel like you dragged me through the mud, I don't want to go through this with you. So we talk, and then I'm like thinking like, okay, this is the last time we may talk, like, you know, whatever. No, she calls me. Then she do her live stream last Friday. She calls me. Then she tells me about this healing retreat that these ladies invited her on. These ladies from her book club. So she ended up going to the retreat. She's calling me the entire time on a retreat saying, oh, I don't know. I don't like being around all these people. And I don't know, like I need some friends or something like that. I don't know what happened, but they all just wasn't getting along or something, you know. Come to find out, one of the ladies on the trip was plotting on Pete. She wanted to be the next B. Taylor or something. She wanted to be the next girl. It's so funny how women move. It's kind of sad that women will kind of.
No, it's not really sad. It's like any relationship you're into, you know. I mean, women, and there's a saying, and it slipped my mind, and I wish I remember again. I should have texted to myself. Women use other women. Women use other women. Let that sink in for a bit. Women use other women. So if women can gain enough or get something from you, and there's female friends or other female circles or sister circles, you have no use for her. Lack of better words. So in other words, women do use other women. Never forget that. All right, let's keep going.
Underhand and go under, like take a vulnerable situation that somebody's going through to hop on and say, hey, I'm here for you. I have a shoulder for you to cry on. Basically what Pete did to me. So some type of fallout happened where Pete calls me and was like, oh my God, all this drama is happening and da 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 da. And I'm like, actually, the girl that you're talking to, which I had a dream about, I had a dream that you were talking to somebody. Are you talking to somebody? And she goes, well, somebody has my interest. And I'm like, you calling me every day. And this was a really hurtful situation for me personally. And you hop on the next girl like that. But I should have known better. And maybe that's my karma for getting involved with you when you had a second girlfriend. So I can't even get mad at that. That's how you move. You showed me how you move. You hop from one chick to the next chick, to the next chick, to the next chick, because you can't be alone. You don't like being alone. You need to tell people the truth. It's not good to be alone. Pete, you tell women all the time, don't choose men, choose yourself. If you don't want to be a lesbian, be by yourself. But you realize you can't be by yourself. You don't like being by yourself. You're very clingy. You're very codependent. You need to have somebody on the phone with you day and night. You need to have somebody on the phone with you until you fall asleep. And then you need to have somebody on the phone with you when you wake up. You speeding off my energy to write your Chat GPT book that you're releasing. I'm like, why are you selling that book for $30 when Chat GPT helped you write it? Nothing wrong with using AI to help assist you. But when you have AI actually just write the entire book for you and sell it for $30, I don't think that's right. That book was made to help people and help women because the idea.
So, what was said by the old man back when he was on YouTube, now on Rumble, He did a whole breakdown of that book. What's it called? That book called 50 Shades of Love or some nonsense, some knockoff of 50 Shades of Grey. She did a side book slash in regards to men, and did not even made the conscious effort to write good portion of that book, but let had the AI write the whole work for her. Imagine that. Imagine that. Wow. Wow. See, this lets you know that when you're on other women's bad side and then you don't really confess your sins, but go as far as trying to tell the whole world how much a fake of fraud you are, it lets you know the characteristics of certain modern women that you would carry this to the grave if she did not say nothing. And that really takes the whole honesty of this whole stream. Personally, that you kept this secret to the point where you think you protect yourself, but really you make yourself look bad. If you really was in interest of really looking for women, especially black women, this should have been revealed 5 months ago. The minute you break up, you should have took action in regards to her and the child, and even go as far as really exposing what she really is. But no, you don't want to do that. You really was gonna have her. And let's be clear here. She will be like most women, will have her out here continue scamming other women for profit. Let's keep it real. And she'll wash her hands like she didn't do what's not involved. And she helped build this woman up. Like good, she did help build this woman up. So that's what really killed me about this. Personally. Just personally. You protect this woman. You help build, and you always hear when you're black woman tell me say not building no man up. I gotta look at him with a side eye. If you're not building no man, especially black man, which man are you building up? Because you are a helpmate of others. Let's keep it real. You're a helpmate to others, but you'll give the black man help. Brothers, I feel you, man. Let's keep going. Phrase.
Behind it was to help women finesse to not get injured, finesse turning down men and not get injured. That, but now you said I'm gonna sell it for $12. I'm gonna sell it for $7. It's gonna be affordable. I'm gonna sell it for $12. I'm gonna sell it for $20. Now it's also only $30. I helped you with that book. I sat on the phone with you when you had chat GPT.
Matter of fact, since she's talking about the book, let's check how much the book really is. Let me see if I can find it. It almost made me mess around and buy the book as well, but now that I know that the book was not even written by her, I mean, I might have used AI, but it should be to a point where it should correct what you're doing if instead of let it write the whole book. And let's be clear, there's some people. A lot of us not writers, so most likely we're gonna have artificial intelligence do most of our work anyway. So it'd be better off you go let artificial do it. You should sell for a reasonable price. But let me check the book. 50 Shades of Love. All right, let's see if it comes up. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this one. It's called The Game. 41 Shades of Men. The Pursuit to Seduce and Use You. This book right now that's on the market as it states right now, as I'm reading it to y'all in front of you. This book's being sold now for $48. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. Fair use, fair use.
He write that book, and now you selling it for $30. That's not right. When you write something, you write from the heart. That's what makes a real writer. I know because I'm an award-winning writer. So I know how it is. So that's an insult to me to stand by and let you do that. Let you do that.
Oh, no. Oh, hell fucking no. You're cap. You did stand by and Larry did that because you were her girlfriend for 6 fucking months. No, fuck that. You sit back. You know she wrote that book. She had the AI, and I'm not sure how you allow AI to write the whole thing. That's another story. And mind, she did put her own take on it because not everything AI wrote. She had to write some things for AI to work. But the point is this: you sat back, you let her did that, wrote that, had the machine wrote it, and published it out there, and did not tell the whole public that book was not written by her. Stop it. Who are you protecting? See, this is the reason why a lot of black people don't get respect. They're not taken seriously. Really, you cannot be taken seriously. I'm sorry, you cannot be taken seriously. You had your girlfriend that you've been having your way with for months. Put out this product to make money, influence some wayward females, and you sit back and did nothing. And up here now confessing that the book was not even written by her, and Thomas said she's plagiarized, she's doing all this nonsense, and had the audacity to Thomas say, "I'm a writer," but you allow her to make money off this book. Get the out of here. Yeah, you're right. The sisterhood. Yes, that's right. Hustler. I'm not paying because all right. Let's keep going. I'm not accepting that. That's bullshit. Fair use.
It's one thing to have an assistance, but when you have ChatGPT write something for you and then sell that for it, that it's giving hustle. It's giving hustle. And to know that your book was written because you needed your bills paid. It's giving hustle. Although your book has helped many women, and I would never take that away. I would never take that away. Those women needed that help. But I hope and pray that the women that do follow her are able to step on their own and have their own discernment. Because P is not y'all leader. I asked P, like, damn, when the world hits the fan, what are you gonna do? Like,
now listen carefully. Listen carefully. This is where it gets very much frightening, very dangerous. And I want y'all to really hear this good. And let's be honest. My suggestion. If you got someone in your life that is that off the wall that will go even as far as to commit the deletion of themselves, call the National Suicide Hotline, please. Or get someone to counsel them, please. All right. You've been warned. Fair use.
These women will probably be looking at you as their leader and depend on you. And she goes, if the world started ending, I'm deleting myself and I'm taking my child with me.
Do you hear that? This what got me even more. And I've been watching the progression of Miss Princella Clark for some time now. It did not baffle me, or I could imagine she would go as far as if things were going to collapse within her own life right now. I would personally believe she would do something of that great magnitude because she had to reinvent, remark herself out here on social media to make money. If this was not successful, I guarantee you, we would not be seeing her right now. Personally. Because what happens to a lot of women today, like her, right? The trauma she's gone through in her life with her own family members, and she tells you stories about herself. You're a walking, ticking time bomb, sweetie. You do need help. You're not crying for that, but you do need help. And the people that's around you that, let's say, do care or even in relationships are offering their helping hand to help you, and you're refusing. So what's going to happen? And personally, maybe it'll get to that point. I'm not sure. But with women that like her, how she thinks and moves and acts, anything is possible. So let's listen more. I'm going to repeat that. So I will run that back so y'all can hear that.
I said, if the world started ending, I'm deleting myself and I'm taking my child with me. If the world started ending, I'm deleting myself and I'm taking my child with me. If the world started ending, I'm deleting myself and I'm taking my child with me. If the world started ending, I'm deleting myself and I'm taking my child with me.
Now, I had to run that multiple times. Just to let y'all know, BTL was in a relationship with this woman for 6 goddamn months. Or I should say, in a situationship. Sorry, I apologize. This is not a relationship. This is a situationship. She's neglectful, let's say, with her own child. She's not even take care of her own self unless you're around and you're guiding her and stuff. And now she's having those type of thoughts. Now, a lot of us we could think, say, let's say she's bullshit, she's lying. She's saying this for attention. And mind you, this last trip she did, I won't be surprised now it's at 30K views right now. She made some money off this live stream. And I'm not saying people should make no money. That's another story. But for the sake of context, she's telling some serious, intimate secrets. But refused to do something in regards to caring and loving of this woman. What's good, sir? Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream, comment, and please support the channel. Hit the super chat or cash app. I would surely appreciate it. I did not put today's goal of how much would be good for this live stream. I'm hoping that you guys support the channel as is. Usually, I always post during every live stream moving forward. We try to meet a goal of $50 or more. But as you know, this is a serious live stream. I will still take your contribution nonetheless for the growth of the channel and anything else. But other than that, we gotta be serious here. This fucking woman did not do nothing. She was in a relationship, and as she walks off clean, unscathed. If your girlfriend says if everything falls out tomorrow, she will go as far as to do that. What type of girlfriend / friend you really are? I gotta question your integrity now. I gotta question your integrity. Let me keep going. Fair use, fair use. That's okay.
I said, what? You're gonna delete yourself? She was like, I'm not sticking around for this, and my daughter's not either. I'm taking us both out. I said, you're not taking her nowhere. Like, you could do whatever you want to do to yourself, but why would you say that about taking your child out? Like, if a war broke out and the world got crazy, you ready to take yourself out and your child? That's not normal. So all y'all thinking she's going to lead y'all to the promised land, baby, when shit hit the fan, she says she's out of here. She's out of here. And then she wants the world to end.
But besides her views about if the world's going to still be here or it's going to end, my question, if she says she's going to do that, what the fuck you going to do about it? See, now, action has to take forth now. I'm going to be there. I'm going there. You got to take action now. You're not taking action. This woman that you're in love, was once loving in a relationship, etc., say that she's gonna take herself out and take her only child out as well. What you really gonna do about it? That's like these ladies out here threatening men, look at them dead in their face and say, and what you gonna do about it? Literally, what you gonna do about it? That's a G check. That's a serious G check. That's a G check. When it gets to that point where it said, what you gonna do about it? And you just fold your hand to nothing, that speaks for itself. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
Wants mass destruction. She literally says that I can't wait. She would literally tell me, as of recently, I can't wait until half of this population is wiped out. She's literally a Thanos from the Avengers. She's literally a Thanos. Snap your finger, everybody, half of the population, more than half of the population gone. And I said, well, what about the women? And she was like, it has to be done. It needs to be done for the better of the world. I care about the planet. I don't care about men and women. I only talk to women because they're going to be the ones to care about they're going to be the ones to change the world. She don't do this because she like women. She talks to women because she feels like women are the ones to change. But now she's like, I don't think women can change. I don't think women can change. If you're not paying me, I'm not talking to you. And the only reason why I bring up her daughter is because of my concern. Hopefully this video motivates her to get up in the morning and feed her, stop threatening to lock up the fridge, make sure she takes her baths, make sure she brushes her teeth and wash her face. Please take her to the dentist. Please get her own bedroom. You turned your second bedroom of your apartment into your studio, and your daughter doesn't have a room to play in. And then you yell at her and curse at her, knowing has autism. You yell and curse at her for making a mess in the living room. And I take up and I said, I don't like you yelling at her. She has nowhere to play. Where is she supposed to play? I done bought your daughter toys. I done bought her a tea set so y'all can start spending time together. You haven't fucking touched that tea set because you don't spend time with her. You don't spend genuine, real time with your daughter. You're always yelling and cursing at her. And it's disgusting because that girl has autism and she doesn't know how to speak well. You need to be reading books to her, sitting down with her. You want other people to be a mother to your child, but then you want to tell other women what kind of shitty mothers they are. It's not right. You want to sit there and brag on TikTok saying my daughter sleeps on a $5,000 mattress. Baby, you had your daughter sleeping on a torn, broken down 20-year-old mattress with pee stains and holes and shit in them. Don't be sitting up there making it seem like your daughter been sleeping on a mattress like that. It took me stepping in and saying, get your ass a good mattress for you and your daughter sleeping. If your daughter not sleeping in your room because you're trying to do things in there, she's sleeping on a fucking tiny ass couch.
Like I said, she was there, but she did nothing. Did nothing else. Did nothing else. And what I mean she did nothing, you've been in a relationship with this woman for some time now. Her conditions are worse. Hell, no child should be living the way she's saying it. And all of a sudden, you're the bearer of so-called news to tell all the female subscribers if we want to go there. I mean, literally, go there. That this woman is not what she says she is. Have you forgot how this works? And man, I'm just gonna keep running. This is just scary and annoying. Now. It's beyond depressing. If you guys want to still come up, that's optional. Matter of fact, in the next couple minutes, if y'all don't want to come up, that's fine. I'm gonna remove the link in the chat room. Let's keep going. Farious.
She don't have her own room. If I'm lying, please get on live and show your apartment to your followers. You want to talk about transparency? Get on live tonight and show your followers what your apartment look like. Show them the bathroom, show them the closets, show them where you do your YouTube studio, show them what your bedroom look like, show them what your bathroom look like, show them where Amaya toys at, show them where she plays, show them where her clothes is at. Show them, since you want to have transparency, let's have transparency. Show them, because you have the money to do it. And I'm like, yeah, your next place, you need to get her. She's only 5. No, a baby needs her own place. And I could see if it was a situation where you couldn't afford, but I would never turn the second bedroom of my home into a studio and my child ain't got nowhere to put her motherfucking toys. And you yell at her for getting her toys everywhere. The way you treat your daughter is not okay. She's eating out fast food every day. And you can't use that whole single mother shit, because I have two. Okay? They go to their doctor's appointments. I take care of my kids before I take care of myself. Meanwhile, you can go to your lipo appointments, massages. You can go get your teeth appointments. You can go and take care of yourself, but you're not doing the same for your daughter. So this is why I'm saying something, because
Now, I didn't know she got lipo. So it makes me wonder, did she really lose weight on her merit, or she went under the knife and took care of that? Questions. Let's keep going. Fair use.
it needs to be said. And I care about that little girl. And I stood by thinking I can help and change and assist and guide. But then you shit on a very person who's done so much for you, who's genuinely been in your corner as your support system, through your flyaways, through you yelling at me, through you shouting, made me feel low about myself, me helping you with your child. You shit on the very person that was really genuinely in your fucking corner. And I would have never made this video, but you took it to the internet and you're allowing, and you know what? I am going to take your advice. You just actually told me a few days ago that I need to start showing vulnerability. I need to be more transparent with my followers. So I'm being transparent with my followers today. And I'm letting you know that I've made a mistake in getting involved with somebody like that. And everybody saw the warning signs. A lot of people saw the warning signs and I ignored them. And I take full responsibility and accountability in that. But now it is time for me to actually speak up and say what needs to be said and warn other women. Did you want to say something?
Now, y'all know I'm going to keep it real.
No, that's it. How many minutes left? All right, I'm going to stop at the 1 hour, 29 minute mark of this. I'll bring some up. How you doing, Hustler? I'm not going to go any further into this because this stream is long enough. And the woman you see on the left, she's the one that helped, brought these ladies somewhat together in a way.
Yeah, that's real talk with Yanni. I chopped it up with her one time.
I don't want to know her name. I don't want her name. I hear enough names. I'm not going to. The only person I'm going to focus on will be Taylor, besides woman on the left. To be honest with you, when I look at this and what the content, let's say the one on the left is doing, she's preparing a lot of women, particularly back when she's preparing you to be Spencers. Sorry. There's nothing. You see, the problem is we do the work, but we still have to find that opposite mate and make a life or cut a deal. We just don't do the work just to be alone and look for something perfect. That's not how the fucking world works. Today's society, when we look at modern women, you are looking for one or two things: control or perfection. The world does not owe us any understanding. The world is not a perfect place, and the world is not designed for you to be the only ones in control. If you're following any content, besides doing the regular basic work on yourself, make sure your mind's right, make sure your health is in order if you can, and other things. If you're doing those small works, the next best thing is to go out in front of the world, or try to meet or try to put yourself in that position to meet someone that is somewhat decent or enough, and you make a deal, especially the older you get. Now, if you're younger, you have your little fun, and if someone that takes interest in like you, then yeah, please, by all means. But as you get older, you're going to have to cut and make deals. Not to sit there, walk through life, and be a goddamn Spencer. I have one relative, right, that I know is we can consider a Spencer. So I'm telling you, it's not a good life. Sorry. Whoever told you that is a fucking liar. If you're broken, get yourself fixed by all means and by all means necessary. Now I'm gonna give the floor to Hustler and Muscle. Go ahead, Hustler.
Oh, what's good, Chaos?
Yeah.
Now, what's going on with B. Taylor and Priscilla, the Queen Maker? From what I understand, I guess Priscilla was trying to get at B. Taylor. She wasn't having this, so she cut all ties with her. I guess she noticed she was a toxic person, and I guess she's taking responsibility. But hey, at least she's owning up to the boo. I don't know her too well enough to make a judgment, but at least she's owning up to that. I don't know.
To correct you, she did not cut off nothing. She made the Queen Maker break off the relationship.
Made her?
Yeah, she did not. And when we made, and I want to be clear here, she knows she couldn't stay in this relationship after being in it for a few months because of how it's progression. But instead of being the bigger woman with putting your big pants on, like most women, they break these relationships more than anything else. She decides, I'd rather she break it off with me.
Because so she gave her a reason to break it off with her.
No, she didn't know reason. She kind of, because she made the relationship, or I should call it the situation, more uncomfortable, difficult for the Queen Maker in a way. She wanted this relationship to be done after a few months. She couldn't come to realization that after being around her, spending money, engaged in, carbon munch acts and all that stuff, that she had the cojones, because she finds this woman toxic. She has issues. She couldn't come to herself to end it. So she had to play the part enough, do little antagonist things here and there to make the Queen Maker break off with her. Do you get me?
Oh, I get it. Yep.
And I'll go further. If you didn't watch the stream, please watch it on your own merit. Not my stream, but find the actual stream of this and really analyze it.
I found clips of it.
No, don't get away from clips, brother. Watch the stream. I'm gonna tell every content creator, because you are a content creator now in this space now. Hear me. Yep. Hear the words that come out of my mouth. If you're gonna be doing content for the first time or anything, do not depend on fucking clips. Get the whole video. Watch it entire. I don't care if it's 5 hours long. You watch it from beginning to a good portion of it. I've seen enough of it, and it's not as entirely, but almost entirely, because when I got a chance before I went live, I went and tried to watch the last few hours of this, the hour of it, and almost there, but I had to do the stream. The point is this: we gotta get away from clips. And I'm saying it's not from me, I'm saying it's to any content creator that's doing this, that's future or do it present. Avoid clips. And the reason why I say avoid clips, because you're not learning the whole, you're not getting a real context of what the purpose of the stream was about. What was said, why was it said, and what's the real intention of the stream. You can't get that on a 1 minute clip, 5 minute clip. You can't, it's impossible. That's nonsense. To really get real understanding, you gotta watch it through. As much as a lot of people don't want to hear that from my mouth, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Avoid.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, you can only get so much from a clip, I guess. But some people will put the best parts of a stream.
Matter of fact, you don't get nothing from a clip. To be perfectly honest with you, I can't
Okay.
really share clips. I you know why? I'm telling you why. Because when people put clips, it's always the purpose of the clip is for clickbait. And we all know how clickbait goes. They get some that is flamboyant, outrageous, and they put it in a clip and they put it on their videos, on their channel. Do you understand me? And that's what gets people's attention. So I will tell people avoid the clickbait. Watch it entirely. If you can. So
makes sense to me.
So when you come here and let's say you come and watch this stream or you participate, you already got to understand what the video is about. Hell, you already saw enough that you can give your own take. Now you give context. See, I'm watching this for the third time now. And I'm only giving only a snippet of almost a 3-hour stream. And I'm only like almost halfway to it. Actually, I am actually halfway for it because I skimmed 30 minutes of it for playing this. So go ahead. I just want to give clarity and understanding. I just don't want to tell you that, brother, but I had to keep it real because clips don't do us nothing. You can't learn from nothing from a clip now. A clip is nonsense, in my opinion. Especially serious information, what she has laid out. You want to get the full context. Because if you went and did this on your own, and you only did clip, no one's really understand what was the purpose of it.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, so. But give your take now on what you've seen so far. I want to hear from you. Go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
I mean, I don't know much about this situation, but based on my understanding of it, I guess Queen Maker was trying to, I don't know, get at B Taylor some kind of way. She didn't like it. Instead of just saying, no, I can't do this. I like men only. I guess she had to give her a reason to break it off. So she just dealt with it for what it was worth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kind of behavior is really nothing new. We see a lot of women will be in toxic relationships, knowing they're toxic, and still deal with it for whatever reason. It's indication that you must like what's going on. But she make it seem like she didn't like what the hell was going on. So I don't know what to think in that regard. Maybe she liked it, maybe she didn't. We don't know for sure. But this kind of stuff it could be another man, it could be another woman. Who knows? This kind of stuff is nothing new. Because I've heard story after story after story of women in toxic relationships, and they don't get out of them immediately, like they did back in the old day. They just deal with it for what it's worth, thinking it's going to change up. It don't work that way. If that's what's going on, then B Taylor to take accountability for her part in it, as well as Queen Maker for trying to, I don't know, manipulate or groom her, whatever she was doing. That's just my take on it. They need to come to some kind of peaceful resolution at this point. Revolution, I'm sorry.
Actually, this is not grooming. This is a participation. This is something that she took advantage of a woman that already doesn't really know herself. She's already, let's be honest, hurt. She has no protection, unfortunately, when it comes to relationship. In regards to what you do in life, work and stuff, obviously that's given. You got to know what you're doing, especially if you're working a job or doing anything. You got to understand that from the start. But in regards to relationships, you don't really got there. And you go throughout life thinking everything should go your way. If it's not perfect, it's nothing. I mean, that's why when people talk about women that have children that never even once got married to not even one of the baby fathers, it's always a red flag and questionable at the end of the day. You jump from a man to man. You go as far as might have the baby. And mind you, if you had a baby the first time, okay. I prefer it be younger because it make more sense. But if you're in your 20s, after high school, going straight to college and have a kid, there's no excuse at this point. So I do give certain grace. And usually as men, we're not supposed to. But I understand it because if you look at teenage pregnancy now, it's actually obsolete now in most states in this country. It's rare to find any woman around age 16 and up having kids, much as under 16. You get me?
Damn.
Very rare now. Very rare. But once you
I didn't know all that.
Oh, yeah. It's not as common as it was back in the 2000s. I'm not sure if you're an 80s baby or not. I don't know what
Yep, I'm an 80s baby. In fact, I'll be 40 this year. So yeah, I'm a straight up 80s baby.
Okay, so you would know the time back in high school, right? And when you
Hell
grad,
yeah.
let's say when you graduate, let's say 22 or even go as far as maybe 23 years ago. Let's say graduate that long, right? That you would know you
Yep.
could count out your student body of peers. You can name how many of the females that you went to high school carry a kid or about to be pregnant carrying a kid out of high school.
I've
You
seen
get
that before.
yeah.
Yeah.
So but after that time, after high school around early 2000s, I would say when in the next 7-8 years, going as 2000s pretty much ends and we go into new decade, you find now it's very starts to cut back drastically. You get me? It cuts back
Yep.
drastically to the point now that you barely hear about teenage pregnancy now throughout the internet. But you hear some women might give birth in college, which is rare, and now the word is that in the next few years that might be a thing in the past too, possibly. But
So
the
what?
point,
So
I'm telling you this is because with her, she had relationships. Even rumor says she was going to get married or engaged, whatever. And we don't count them unless you don't go for the hour and say I do. It doesn't really count. Sorry.
yeah,
Whatever reason you cut it off for whatever reason. If
yeah.
these don't see nothing besides giving you sex and putting baby in you, and that's it, that's really your value. That's why I don't knock casual sex now, hustle. I don't really look at it as sin moving forward because sex is gonna be a possibility. Once you screw. Unless you're a virgin, this conversation doesn't really concern you. You get me? But once you start tasting,
Yeah.
pretty much you're gonna need it. It's like water. Now you look at the screen with these two ladies right here, right? They talking
Yep.
about the celibacy, all that nonsense, right? I look at
Mm-hmm.
modern women when they talk that garbage. I say, you're not really celibate because one way, either it's two ways gonna happen. Either some dude on those blowing your back out, or you're blowing your own self with toys. You're not
Yep.
really celibate. Stop the noise. Anyone will get
Stop
mad
the
about
cap.
yeah, stop the noise about this celibacy. You're better off just if you're gonna be about that, you should keep it to a minimum, protect yourself, and know what I'm saying you at least you're engaged in some form of relationship or a situation before you do that. Don't be out here talking about celibacy nonsense. That only applies when you
Mhm.
never had sex at all. Once you have sex, there's no such thing as celibacy. You gotta keep busting nuts.
Exactly.
That's no shit. You're going to have to keep busting that nut. Get the fuck out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
my logic. Other than that,
I've been I've been
other than
hearing that
that,
for the longest. Yeah.
I hear this conversation. It's pointless, it's fruitless, and it's nonsense, stupid. You get me? Now a lot of people say, well, they're gonna be horned out. They're gonna be put. Listen. We're adults here. You have needs. You're gonna fuck or play with yourself, one or the other. I'd rather you be responsible. If the dude that you're dealing with, you like him, do that. Try to make a life if possible. Other than that, stop bouncing around from dude. It's getting weird now, and stop playing with yourself. God forsake. But we can't tell adults this because they think. I found this weird now, hustle. Since you're on the panel, I hear now women out saying this nonsense. If a man uses a condom, it's not considered a body. This is the
Yep. I've
delusion.
heard that before too. I've heard that
This
before.
is the delusion that we're in now. This is delusion now. This is becoming weirdo world now.
Yeah.
If you
I
ever
mean,
seen
if you're gonna
it,
yeah.
I mean, no,
I
let me
mean, if you're
tell you something.
let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. So if you're gonna say that if a man smashed a woman and if he smashed different women and he wore a condom every time, well in that case, like I got a body count of 0 because every chick I smashed over the last 20 years, I wore a condom. So I got a body count of 0 in that case. It's BS.
It is.
No, it's
But
just something to cover up the fact that they got a body.
it,
Jesus.
it lets you know that the insanity is real with these ladies. You get me? It's real.
Hmm.
I can't take it serious when I hear these conversations, And a lot of people
Yeah.
say, well, if there's somebody you're not getting sex, I said it's beyond the sex that most men should concern themselves. People are screwing themselves, whether with the next person, the same sex, or themselves. Pick your poison. No one here is virgins out here. Only time people get a pass is someone that never really gone and did these acts. No, they've been virgin too long. All right, I question it, but at least they have not, what's the word? They haven't tempered themselves, for lack of better words. You get me? I would respect that more. Yeah. I'm saying. But all this other stuff about, celibacy and all this nonsense, I don't believe it. I think it's garbage. It's hogwash. It's stupid. And you're lying to yourself. You get me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, if you want to be alone and play with yourself until infinity, be that. But don't tell the whole world you're fucking celibate. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't go by that notion. I don't believe in that. Because really true, once you start playing with sex, it's always like anything you need it. You know what I'm saying? Cause figure out what happened to her. She let this woman mess with her head because she'd been allegedly celibate for a while, for a year. So obviously you need some release. And she was right there in the right moment, right spot, right time to do so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the last thing any woman of any age, you need to stop taking advice from women that these are 30-year-old women. You see the outcomes of their life, your life's gonna be that just the same. And if you're not 30 or if you're 30, you should look at their outcomes and say my outcome's gonna be totally different from theirs. That should be the thinking, that should be the logic. But you can't tell most smart women this. Because they think everything should be perfect.
Yeah, all this oppression and all this women liberation and empowerment bullshit like that. Yep, it's corrupted their minds.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing I ain't heard before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides, and you say teenage pregnancy is at an all-time low. Well, from what I understand,
it's dropping now, and it's really, really obsolete now because think about this. You know when
I was told.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was told nowadays less and less young men are having sex. People are not getting it in like they were, back in the day when we were growing up. When we was in college, we couldn't wait to meet some women and try to possibly sleep with them. But nowadays they're not doing that as much anymore. So same thing with high school. They're not going for it like they used to. I guess times were different back when we were in high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have the M2 movement messing it up for people. Now that you can get an allegation just for even looking at a woman,
mm-hmm.
and you don't have to provide no proof that you did this, that, and the third. So yeah, they're kind of avoiding women in that regard. So I can't say I'm that surprised.
Yeah.
But then again, it wouldn't explain the single mother epidemic going through the roof. It's more single moms now than it was, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear you. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring one more person up, and I gotta end the stream. Come on, let us push a certain time limit. So, Brother Pro Speaks, if you've been watching, if not, please keep it very short because I'm not gonna go any further onto the stream because it's really late. Unfortunately, go ahead, give or take.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm all
Brother
right.
Speaks.
Hey, what's up, man?
That's good.
Yeah. Listen, this whole relationship was about clicks and views. Priscilla was the hot chick, and B Taylor, one of them people that she clicks on something that's hot. Now that Priscilla's name has gone down, they're really not thinking about her like that. And, so the relationship ended, and of course, these are two users who's trying to use each other. So, I mean, I'm not really surprised. So, But as far as like the whole celibate thing and y'all were talking about earlier, I don't agree with it either. I don't think a lot of these people are celibate because you wouldn't have to announce this to everybody. You would just do it, which tends to tell me that you're not really practicing it. you're trying to sell a dream to somebody. So hey, sell that dream to somebody else. I know you probably, like you said, either they doing themselves, they got some dude, or they going to a certain place to get theirs. They got a woman, uh, something. They doing something. So I don't. I believe it, but that's that's what they want to sell. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
So
All right, guys, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to call this a day. Any short last words?
no, well, other than don't believe these YouTube relationships. A lot of these people get together for clout, clicks, and views. This was what this relationship was. I knew that was happening when they first got together. I said that there ain't no way. And the thing is, people were trying to say B Taylor need to be careful. I'm like, B Taylor is not as stupid as people want to make it. She plays a fool to catch a fool, and she thought she could make a fool out of Priscilla. But she don't understand Priscilla is also a scammer herself. So two scammers got together. You knew how this was going to end. So I'm not surprised. I figured this was going to happen. I think by around this time. I figured 6 months, and then actually, quick question: how long they been together? How long were they together? 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah, man, they have not been long. It's a situationship. It's not a relationship, bro. Let's keep real.
Mm,
How you could be in a relationship with what they consider the same sex, and
right.
what relationship you building off this? Let's keep real. I mean, I know this is it's not really the way to really ask, or there's something that should be questioned. But let's keep real. What relationship you building? Let's keep real.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a relationship. I figured it was no different than how celebrities get together. It's for it was a mutual beneficial situation. Priscilla was the hot chick. B Taylor links up with people who's clicking out here on the YouTube streets.
Mm.
She did it with the Lapeef Network. Now she did it with some of the people in the manosphere. Now she did it with Priscilla's, and now Priscilla's name has gone down. Nobody's talking about her like that. They broke up, and now they're gonna try to expose each other. And I'm like anybody who care. I mean, well, people gonna care because it's drama. But if you really if you seen how these people move, you you saw this coming a mile away. You should just sit back and watch all these videos where they're gonna be trying to expose each other and all that stupid stuff. So I'm not surprised. It is what it is. I don't trust YouTube relationships. You know. So
Okay. Yeah, no, no. It's more than a relationship. This is a situationship. I look at it. At the end of the day, it they expose each other like typical women. They're gonna talk and each other. They're gonna tell their secrets. That's all. But thank you, brother, bro. Speak. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
no problem.
Um, to really end this on a note, and I might follow up. We'll see. I'll post some if y'all guys want me to conclude on this. But I will say this, and I think maybe BTER might be aware of this. Maybe she's not. Who cares? For you to really lay out and say and reveal what the Queenmaker and how she interacts and deals with the grooming and raising her daughter, the way how you revealed these secrets, even to the point that she might go as far as deleting. I would be very cautious personally. And the reason why I say you should be cautious is because the Queenmaker is ex-military. Let that sink in. I'm gonna let that sink in. You be the judge. Anyhow, the links to follow me are the above. Follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Join my Discord service. Follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. I think I need 11 more followers to make 30 to maybe do live streams on Rumble. So please, with your help, follow me on Rumble. Also, and become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. Those links are in the description of this stream and all other streams as well. Thank you for watching and listening to today's stream. And I'm looking for you in the comment section of this one if you last this long. Am I right? Am I wrong? You hate it or love it? Please leave a comment. And make sure give me a like on your way in, on your way out of this video. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, everybody. The Chaos Reign.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.